Good morning. I got most of my voice back, most of it. It's Friday, December 16th. Yes, it is. December. I'm checking. December 16th, 2022. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Qigong. Have a couple of real quick announcements. First, thank you to everyone who's following me. I really appreciate it. Second, I got to sleep last night. It was great. So I'm in a much better mood this morning. And third, we have some changes coming up in a few weeks, actually, 2, maybe 3, that will affect what we're doing here a little bit, not that much. In January, I am going to start a new series on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Haven't sorted that out yet, but I will. And Thursday and Friday, we're going to continue with Qigong class, but I think come into January, I'm going to look at making a couple of changes. Not so much to what we're doing as more to how we're doing it. So I want to introduce a little bit more of the philosophy behind. I've talked about that quite a bit. And also a little bit more attention to what I'm going to call more of a holistic practice, so that instead of my working on several sets for every class, which is what we're doing here, I'm going to pick maybe just 2 or 3, maybe only 1, and we're going to work on that one for that day. This gives us a couple of things. We're going to start here. Yeah, I'm still a little hoarse, but excuse me, but it's better. All right, so, and that's my own fault. That's my own fault. All right, so as we're making these changes, right now, what I have tried to do is to include as many exercises as I can. You know, some days I'll pick and choose, other days I'm trying to do more. What I'm going to do is pick and choose quite a bit more, so that the expectation will be on this day we're going to work on this exercise. That, I'm hoping, will give us a little bit more depth on that one exercise. It will definitely give me a chance to do much more. And it will open up some opportunities for that particular practice. And let me just real quick show right here, and we're going to work on this morning. Shaking the tail feathers. It's from Wudang Qigong. As we're practicing that, there are a number of things that we want to be working on, a number of things we want to pay attention to. If I am covering several exercises, that thoroughness of, we're going to do this a couple of times, and then we're going to do this a couple of times, and we're going to do it this way a couple of times, is not available in the time that we have. I could teach a 4-hour class. I could. I can. I seriously can. I can teach a 6-hour class. But but workshops, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. In-person workshops. I am looking at it for next year. All right, so, yes. So, as we're practicing, right, what is it that we're working on today? It's going to be the waist. All right, we're going to turn here and we're going to work on the waist. And there's more, because in order for the waist to turn, the shoulders and the ribs need to be well connected. Pay attention to that. The hips need to be well placed and well connected through the spine, so that as we're turning the waist, The hips are open and relaxed. The legs need to be, right? As we practice, my expectation is that you know all these things. I'm not going to cover it every time. Maybe, maybe not. So this idea of I'm going to take one and we're going to work through some of the physical stuff, and then we're going to take and look at some of the internal work, and then we're going to look at how we put it together. We're going to look at the body mechanics, and then we're going to look at a couple other things. Should offer both that opportunity to practice the physical movement, how we practice, what we do, what's going on, right? As well as gain a deeper level of understanding of what that movement is and what we're doing with it. My hope is, fingers crossed, that as I do this, as I go through the sets, the information that I have previously recorded will get collected. That's what I'm going to try. Will get collected so that each set has its context, everything all together, and its detail. Here are several different versions of this particular set, and here is the discussion that goes with. That's the plan. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, bend the knees. Basic stretch. And circle to the front. And back around to both sides. Up along the center line. And reach out. And I'm not talking right now. Try to rest my voice a little bit. Smile. Elbows drop down. Wrists. Fingertips. Hands return to your sides. Alright. Relax for a second. Yeah, need to clear my throat. Alright, as we get started shaking the tail feathers, press down, turn, center. Alright, press down, turn, and come back to center. That whole movement, pay attention to making it smooth, and pay attention in, let me do this. Okay. Hips, waist. As I sing, look where my elbows are going. Look what happens. Turn. This back and forth turn. Make sure that you keep your knee over your toes. Don't drop it in. Don't let it drop in. But that nice, easy turn through the waist. Open the space between your ribs and your hips. That's your waist. Open that up a little bit. So pull in on both sides and pull up through the front. Pull up through the spine, through the shoulders. So you pull up, drop the tailbone. Stretch the spine. Now, nice and easy, just turn back and forth. It's an old washing machine. Just turn back and forth. Right? Nice and easy, keep the waist open. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight, pull up through the crown of the head. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Press down. Nice and easy. Keep the waist open. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Focus. Connect the breath through the body. Relax through the back. And smile. The more fluid you can make your movement, no stopping, the easier it is to move. The easier it is to connect the breath. When the breath, the physical breath is connected, the movement can flow much more easily. And when the physical breath is connected with the movement and the movement can flow, the internal breath can begin to flow. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Last time, breathe in and breathe out. And 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 breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Hands down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. Okay. A couple things to pay attention to. First, as we're breathing, right? That connection I mentioned. And, excuse me, we're going to do red phoenix flies into the sun, and white ape presents a fruit next, okay? That's the next in the series. That's 11. We just did 10, so let's do 11. As I mentioned, when we can make our movement more smooth, so that there isn't a, and I'm going to do this, I'll do white ape presents a fruit with, don't do, this is a problem. So I'm going to use this as explanation. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. It's stiff. It's not flowing. And there's no sense of circulation. There's no sense of continuity in the movement. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Right? That twist and turn just a little bit as we get ready to extend. that flow, right? That flow of movement. It's not no. I'm exaggerating, but no, don't do that. That stiffness is something that we want to avoid. Why? Oh, well, it just makes it look pretty. No. No. Much more than that. That stiffness creates tension in the body. We're trying to get rid of that tension, not build it. When we have tension, we cannot move freely and smoothly. When we cannot move freely and smoothly, we cannot connect the breath. The physical breath, right? Those abrupt stops also tighten every part of my breathing apparatus. The diaphragm, the lungs, my back, everything that works together in my body that lets me breathe gets stuck. It ain't working. It's not, right? That difference makes all the difference to the inner circulation of the physical breath. And once we get that working, the internal breath, the chi. And I make the distinction between the physical breath and the internal breath because it's really hard to figure out sometimes what people are talking about. It's the breath. They mean chi. I've translated it that way. Chi is really hard to translate, I'm telling you. But I've translated it as breath because it is, sort of. It is. That physical breath, breathing in, breathing out, hu xi in Chinese, is not qi. Hu xi, breathing, qi, that internal breath. Alright? So when we're stuck in a movement, when we're not moving smoothly, the breath can't circulate. The physical breath can't circulate through the whole body. And we want that sense of relaxed breathing. You think my image, my go-to image for that is an infant. Okay? Little bitty baby. Baby doesn't have any affectations. The baby just breathes. That's it. They breathe. That breathing, relaxed, full, complete, is what we want. White ape presents a fruit. Open the waist, relax the breath, breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, left hand up, right hand presses down. As the left hand comes up, both hands turn. Left hand turns palm down, right hand palm up. Shift onto the right, turn the toes, and extend. Return. And center. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Right hand up. And breathe out. And both hands turn over and shift. Extend. Breathe out. And breathe in. Relax. Should have been left hand. Breathe in. And breathe out. Alright, now the right hand. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Left hand up. And breathe out. Breathe in. Extend. Breathe out. Pay attention to your back foot. Pay attention to the heel on the left foot as you extend. Shift, pay attention to the heel on the right foot. Breathe in. And breathe out. And 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 breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Two more. Breathe in. And breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. Breathe in. And breathe out. And 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 breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Hands down on both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Alright, relax. Alright, I'm going to stop here for today. I'm going to point out two things. I'm going to talk about one thing, I'm going to point out something. Notice my voice. So pay attention to my voice. As I've been practicing, pay attention. What was my voice sounding like at the beginning of class? Compare it with what it sounds like right now. Okay. I noticed this during this last exercise. And what happened? My throat relaxed. As I was practicing, there was issues, tension issues that are causing me to, a little scratchy. My own fault, I did it. And what has happened during practice was the natural stimulation of the breathing stimulated the saliva glands in the back of my throat to produce more saliva. It's one of the beneficial effects of Qigong practice. It really is. It's supposed to do that. That's we're supposed to have that. Alright, and the area where the most tension is relaxed. Is it? That beneficial effect right here, right now. Well, now I've stopped and it's starting to tense up a little bit, but all right, so that sense of relaxation, tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth, as we're relaxed, as we're calm and breathing comfortably. There's several. One of the natural effects of that is that the body tends to produce fluids. It relaxes all of the fluids, including saliva. I get circulated a little bit. And as we do that, we benefit. I had very specific benefit this morning. I did. And so I can ramble on that. I'm not going to right now, but I might do that in the new series. We'll see. I'm going to try not to ramble. I'm going to stop here for this morning. I have said this, and this is the other thing I was going to talk about. I have said this before. I've been working on a science fiction story that does include martial arts. Of course it does. I just finished, as of yesterday evening, what I hope are my almost close to final edits, so that only little bitty tiny things get changed in the first book. And I'm going to be working on the second book right now. So, fingers crossed, I get the second book edited and I have something to do with this starting next year. So, lots of things coming up next year. Lots of things coming up next year. I hope that you will come with me into this next phase of the journey that I'm on here. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a lot the same. And I'm going to try and bring in a few new things that I haven't brought in before. So there's something to look forward to. Again, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Wouldn't be here without you. Really.